Okay, so in this case, it appears that I've run into a bit of an AutoCAD bug. If you remember, this is the screen we were looking at, and if you're looking at your drawing on page 723, you see that this dimension for the radius actually should be in between the line. It shouldn't be sticking out over here. And in this fit option, what's selected here is always keep the text between the external lines. So the text should be right now in between the external lines. And what I found is that if I move it up here, it doesn't change. Now, if I come up here and I choose text, it does actually move it to the middle. And then once it's in the middle, if I come over here and choose always keep the text between the external lines, it stays there. So I don't quite understand why that should make a difference. Because this is saying the first thing to move outside of the extension lines when I click here would be the text. So you would think that that would move the text out here, but it doesn't. Anyway, this is the ultimate position that I want to be at. And I may have to change this again, but I don't think so. So let's go back to this, select this one. If you need to, go ahead and select text first and then choose this. But what you should see is over here, this R0.80 should be in between the lines. So then you can choose OK, choose close. Again, make sure you've done this in the mechanical dimension. And then we choose close. And then finally, when we come over here to the radius, we can choose the radius here. And now you see that the radius is actually coming out inside. Well, that happens sometimes with dimensions. It's because I actually clicked on, I think that construction line circle. But when I don't click on the construction line circle, you can see that we can actually put the radius in the right location. Okay, so now we have that radial dimension in the 1.5. Let's add in the dimension for the 4.5, which will be this arc here. We can do that just like that. We have the 1.5 diameter from the center, so we can choose the diameter dimension, and we choose this circle. And we bring that out. We have this circle, which is a diameter of 4. Now, I guess in setting up the center lines, we omitted putting in this circle as a center line, so we need to do that now. So let's add or change over to our center line. Then we're going to add a circle, and if it's a diameter of 4, it's a radius of 2. So click here, type 2 for the radius, and now we'll put the circle in there. Go back to our dimension, click on this circle. First choose the diameter dimension, then click on the circle, bring out the diameter. So let's see, now we have the diameter, the 4.5, the 4, the 1.5. We have to come down here, put in a linear dimension for this 0.5 inch cutout. And then we have to put in the 60-degree angle up on the top here. So to do that, we're going to choose our angular dimension, So we first choose it looks like this when we did the polar array, everything was created as a single part. So before we put the angular dimension, we have to explode this out. So we can choose this. Actually, we come over here, choose explode. Choose that to explode the objects. And then hit enter. So again, just to repeat that, I'm going to first undo it. Let's see, did I undo it? Yes. Okay, so let's see, what are we? Okay, so we're still in the middle of the explode here. Let's come back here. Ah, we're in the array. Okay. Okay, so now our array is completely back to normal. So let's come back here. We want to explode our array. So just a refresher on how we do it. We click explode here. We then choose the array. One object found. We hit enter. And that breaks up the pieces. So now we have this array in individual pieces. So to put the angular dimension in, excuse me, all we have to do is we come over here, start angular dimension. We select this piece, and we select that piece, and there we have our 60-degree angle, like so. Okay, so at this point, we are only missing, I believe, the keyway, and the keyway can be put in with a leader. So we have a leader line here. So we can simply choose add leader, and we come up here and click excuse me. Okay, so location of the arrowhead. So we don't choose this, we simply choose leader here. And we're going to start right here. We're going to pull out the arrowhead. I'm going to bring it up to here. I like to try to make the diagonal lines relatively parallel. It makes your drawing look a little neater. So I made those two lines almost parallel. And now we can just simply add 0.36 times 0.20 keyway. Hit return. And this drawing is now complete. So I'm going to stop this video, and we are going to pick this up in a minute for how you can then create viewports.